Okay, perfect. I will see you tomorrow morning. Okay, bye. Oh, hey, it is Sunday. Just got off the phone with David Alexander. He is definitely planning on being there tomorrow morning, and I told him he's more than welcome to sit next to me. He's like, well, can we tell the judge that she still owes me money for the security deposit and all that I didn't get? I'm like, no, I can't piggyback here. This is my case, regarding the breach of contract. But I will be pointing him out as the 8th false elder abuse case that Miss Crosnoe has brought into the Ventura County Courthouse. So, yeah, that's why he's going to be there, so I can point him out. Saw John outside bringing out the trash, I guess. Yeah. And, of course, he parked way down the street because, I guess he doesn't want anybody to know he's there, but I saw him, so hopefully I'll see him in the courtroom tomorrow, and hopefully he'll bring his contractor's license because I definitely want to see it. Yeah, the Rotary Club, I'm sure they're going to be there tomorrow because they are fine, upstanding citizens. And Victor, I don't know if he's going to be there. I don't know who's going to show up other than apparently David's going to be there. And, I don't know if Linda will show up. She may claim, that she forgot. But if she does show up, no matter what, my ducks are in a row. I've got my projector. I'm bringing it with me. I've got all the videos lined up in order of appearance, pictures, etc. I've got all the documents from payments for the last 3 years or late payments and non-payments and notices that went out to Miss Crosnoe. Clearly showing breach of contract. I haven't gotten a payment since January at this point, so no matter what, yeah, it's definitely breach of contract. Also, all the police reports, I've got those in order of appearance, and you can see at the top where the date. They all coincide. Like I said, Crazy had a rhythm. It was like every time she was calling the police on me, claiming I had done something, it was right around the time her payment was due to me. And every time she destroyed something, it was right around payment time. Every time she stole something, it was right around payment time. So clearly, she is not happy about the fact that she has to make monthly payments to me. So I am hoping to be able to somehow show the judge that I deserve to have this contract terminated, that it is valid, my need for the termination of the contract. I mean, she's, like I said, she signed it in bad faith, obviously, just to delay payments to me and to keep me in her life on a negative level for God knows how long. But, it's been 3 years that I've had to deal with this, so I'm not a banker. I don't feel like keeping tabs of payments and non-payments and all that crap anymore. I'm done. Really, truly, I've had it. And if for any reason the judge says, well, she's just a sweet little old lady who can't afford to make her payments, or if Linda claims she can't afford to make, the balloon payment, the balance, pay me the balance due in full, like the contract stipulates. Yeah, there's no law that says I'm required to ever cash a check that she gives me or communicate with her. There is no law. That's it. There is no law that says I am required to communicate with this woman and have her in my life just because I'm the plaintiff. I am her neighbor. I am not related to that woman. I am not a tenant. I am not in a relationship. I'm just her next door neighbor, and I have put up with the court system for over 6 years because my neighbor... Yeah, she's cost me a lot of money, but it's only money, right? So I'm hoping, no matter what, the judge says, okay, that's it. You don't have to deal with her anymore, and just terminate that contract. I'm sure I'll get the money eventually because I do have the lien on the house, but if not, again, it's only money. There is no money worth the amount of stress I am put through because my neighbor doesn't like the fact that she owes me money. So yeah, tomorrow morning, I'm ready. Hopefully it goes as anticipated. Hopefully. You'll know in a minute, right? Okay, it's the morning of court, and I'm heading there now. Don't know what's going to happen, but whatever happens, it's going to happen. Did not go as I had hoped. Nope. Court sucked. Literally. The judge acknowledges that my neighbor has not made her payments. I go in there full force with everything that I need in case she needs it to make her decision. And then Miss Crosnoe says that, well, she has the receipts somewhere, but she can't find them. Because, of course, she can't find them because the payments haven't been made. So then we sit there for another 2 hours. She calls us back up and says that Miss Crosnoe has to pay me $250 for the last 5 payments that have been missed. And she's not going to end the settlement agreement because Miss Crosnoe says that she can't afford to frickin' and I blurted out, I'm like, Your Honor, there is no law that says I'm required to be in communication with this woman. In the settlement agreement, I respectfully ask you to end the settlement agreement. She goes, no, the agreement stays in place. I'm like, but Your Honor, it says right here, if even one late payment, one missed payment, I can end the settlement agreement. That's the contract I signed. Right there. I don't care. The agreement stays in place. I'm like, well, if she misses another payment, I got to come back in here? And they're like, you need to leave. You need to leave. And David, because I pointed to David Alexander, I pointed out that he was her most recent false elder abuse case. And he, too, will be suing her. And that the people didn't show up, John and Victor, because she told them not to show up. And, did not go as I had hoped, but that's okay. No matter what, I can sell that debt to a debt collector. And, I'm heading over to the police department now with David so that he can file his report of the false elder abuse case. Okay, so we just left the police department and you officially, regarding perjury, see, that's your incident number. And in a couple more days you can pick it up at that window at the records department.
Okay, great.
So we got that part done, right? We at least officially said you filed the sheet. Linda Crosnoe committed perjury regarding your elder abuse case. Okay, so at least David managed to put in his notice of intent to sue due to the fact that my neighbor committed perjury when she claimed he elder abused her. I'm still a little just irritated about what happened in the courtroom because, the judge basically disregarded that contract and said that, well, as long as she gives me a check for $250 for the last missed 5 payments, then, everything's all is good. Seriously, I'm done. I don't want to be connected to her at the hip anymore. So I'm going to see how I can somehow sell that contract to somebody else and just deal with that matter because I do not want to deal with her anymore. I don't. I am not a banker. It is not my responsibility to keep tabs on what she's doing. I think I need to do a little shopping. Just take my mind off of this. But yeah, if anybody witnessed what happened in that courtroom today, they clearly saw it is not to their advantage to sign a settlement agreement. Yeah, in the courthouse anyway, because apparently even the judge doesn't honor what they make you sign on that settlement agreement, which was if you miss a payment or if you're late on a payment or anything, the plaintiff can end the settlement agreement. And apparently the plaintiff cannot end the settlement agreement. Even when they beg to end the settlement agreement, the judge still says no. I really regret signing that settlement agreement and agreeing to let her make monthly payments. Don't do it, folks. If you have some dispute in a courtroom, do not sign the settlement agreement because even when the person defaults on that settlement agreement, the defendant, the judge will not let you in that settlement agreement. All right, done with shopping. I had to blow off some steam. I really did. And I got to go give some haircuts. So, I had to just get what happened in court out of my mind and the disappointment of what happened in court. But deep down, no matter what, the courts cannot force me to honor that contract. It is my name on that contract. It is the defendant's name on that contract, not the judge's name. So I personally am terminating that contract, and if she sends a check, I'm just not going to cash it. I don't want to have any communication with her whatsoever. The only thing I needed the judge for was I could issue a writ. So I can't issue a writ, but eventually that house will sell. I'm pretty confident, and I'll just get the money then. Man, home from work, yeah. Basically, I could have just stayed home and not went to court and got the same exact result. I put in a lot of work for this one. I did. And to think that the judge still says I can't end the settlement agreement and insists that I put up with my neighbor for another 2 to 3 years. Don't ever sign a settlement agreement in the courthouse. It's not to your advantage. It won't be to your advantage if you need to end it, especially. Kelly versus Crosnoe. Ventura County Superior Courthouse, Simi Valley. You're really bumming me out. You really are. To force me to have to contend with my neighbor all these years. Yeah, there's no way I'm putting up with my neighbor for another 3 years of monthly minimum payments. No. I don't know. I'm going to see if there's a way I can maybe modify the settlement agreement. I don't know. I'm checking to see what my options are. I just know that no matter what, I just don't want to be communicating with my neighbor anymore. And it's not fair for the court system to force the victim, the plaintiff, to be communicating with the criminal, the defendant, for years on end. Yeah, I've been dealing with this for over 6 years now, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But one thing that's not going to happen, I am not going to be putting up with her anymore. Yeah, court sucked today, in spite of my proving breach of contract. The judge flat out refused to end the settlement agreement and insisted I be bound to my neighbor for another 3 years. I told the judge, I'm not a bank. And the court cannot force me to finance my crazy neighbor. And with that, I walk.